Here at Big 12 Media Days, here with Arizona head coach Brent Brennan. And coach, I know a busy offseason, a lot of change, but you have the QB still in place, Noah Fifita. Your time with him so far, what have you learned about Noah?
This kid has so many good qualities. Just as a human being, he's an awesome person. How much he cares about people. What you see is kind of from him, his commitment to Arizona football, to the University of Arizona, to the city of Tucson. I think that's rare in today's day and age. You have players with his kind of production jumping ship all the time. You know what I mean? But that's not him. And so I feel like we're incredibly blessed to have a great player like him, who's also a great human being, a high character man like Fifita is, and he's awesome. You're going to love watching him play this year. I know that. It's going to be fun.
The pairing of him and Seth Dagey, it seems like even since spring ball that they have gotten on the same page. Just what do you think it is about the two of them that makes them click so quickly?
Well, one of the most exciting things about Seth is he's just such an assertive, aggressive, offensive, coach, offensive play caller. And I think that's really worked well with Noah. Noah's really leaned into that. And because Seth played the position at a high level, right, that's also for his communication with Noah. Noah trusts him. So when Seth is really pushing Noah's all ears on that. And he knows that he has a history of playing the position and developing really good players at the position. And that's really helping Noah, lean into that with Seth.
Trey Smith, guy that played at Red Mountain in high school, was with you at San Jose State, now in Tucson. How have you just seen his maturation over the years?
Yeah, Trey's an awesome guy. The best thing I can say about Trey is not the best thing, but one of the great things about him is that he's that guy that you see, you could literally set your watch by when he's going to show up and when he's going to put in his work. He's always at the facility. He is someone that invests so much in his personal development, and then now you're seeing him, because he is a proven player at the University of Arizona, you're starting to see him assert that leadership and doing a great job with our defensive side of the ball, with the D-line. He's all in. And I think that's one of the things that when we got back after Christmas break with our team, that was kind of one of the things we talked about. Is if you don't want to be here, then go. We're fine with that. But we're gonna go forward with guys that want to be here, that are tough, love football, and want to be a part of the Arizona football program. And so far it's been great, and Trey's one of the guys leading the way.
The way that rosters are built now versus 5 years ago, 10 years ago, wildly different. With this house settlement, how does that change the way you build a roster moving forward?
Well, the house settlement in and of itself, I don't think changes how you build the roster right now compared to 10 years ago, because you've been building a roster this way for a couple of years with NIL and some of that. So it's not as big of a change for us. I think it's still at the University of Arizona, it's going to come down to evaluation and development, right? So it sounds simple, right? And so we're going to have to evaluate good players and make good decisions on who we bring in the program. We're going to do an incredible job of developing them through strength conditioning, through the coaching staff, all those things. And then we're going to have to retain them. You know what I mean? And that's where the settlement comes into play, right? What does that revenue share number look like? How do you divide that up amongst your players? And I think that's going to be the thing that we're going to have better insight to in the next 6 months, because you don't always know. And the roster, there's no guarantees. And so the rosters are changing. So trying to work through that, I think, is what we're looking forward to.
I know we can't get into specifics on recruiting, but you're seeing success the past couple weeks, the past couple months. What's been resonating with the message that you're trying and your coaching staff is trying to show?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. It's cliche to say, but we have an incredible family culture, and people want to be a part of it. And people who aren't a part of it don't understand it, and that's okay with me, because you're not welcome. You're not part of it. You know what I mean? But the kids that are buying in, the recruits that are excited about it, when they come on campus, they feel it. And when they're around our coaching staff and our team, they feel it. And I think that's why you're seeing us have such good momentum right now.
One of the things at the end of spring ball that seemed really evident was the way that Coach Dagey, Coach Gonzalez work hand in hand so well, and this mutual respect that they have. When there's a dynamic like that between those two coordinators, how much does that just help the day-to-day go and get that message out there?
No, it's critical, because we've all seen those relationships be almost adversarial, offense versus defense or whatever. But I think that when you have that, you have a chance to get great collaboration, and that's what we need, right? We need collaboration from our president to our AD to our head coach to our assistant coaches, and so when we have that with Coach Dagey and Coach Gonzalez day in and day out, we can better help each other whether that's through, hey, I need you to run this on this play. Hey, can you give us some cover 3? Hey, whatever it is, right? Like that part of it working together gives us a chance to produce the best results. And so I love the fact that we're in such good alignment right now. I love where we're going. We're getting after it every day.
What questions do you have about this team heading into fall camp that you want to make sure you get answered first?
Well, I think, as we go, we're going to try and kind of finalize or stabilize the offensive line and figure out like who's going to be the first group we play with there. We've obviously added some good people over the offseason through the portal, but we got to figure out exactly who's going to be in those roles in certain spots there. I think we're going to be excited. I'm going to be excited to see the competition at wide receiver and at running back. I think there's a lot of depth there, and there's a lot of new people there, and so that's going to actually play out over the next training camp or some of those weeks. And then when you look at on the defensive side of the ball, that linebacker group I think has a chance to be pretty sexy, and so I'm excited to see how that plays out with Tay and Max and some of those other guys. So it's gonna be fun. We got a lot of work to do in training camp, but we're excited for it.
Awesome, Coach. Thanks so much for the time.
Appreciate it.